and congratulations to me. I got off my lazy ass and made it to episode 2 of Geekout Weekly, and because it is the second week, all updates will be in twos. The biggest one for me this week was the PS5 event. What was supposed to be just a look into few of the games coming on the new gen PlayStation turned into a major overwhelmed fest with a barrage of new titles and a good look at the PS5. The next big one is a duo of Spider-Man news. The announcement of the Miles Morales Spider-Man game and an update on the sequel of Into the Spider-Verse. And heading forward, we have double trouble updates about the Jesus Christ of our generation, Keanu Reeves, with him returning as Ted Theodore Logan in Bill and Ted Face the Music, a role he first played 31 years ago, the year I was born. And updates on the 4th installment of Matrix where he plays Neo, a character he played the first time 21 years ago. Damn, this man does not understand how to age. And finally, my take on this week's new OTT releases, Gulabo Sitabo on Amazon Prime and Netflix's home studios, which released on YouTube. So let us roll right into it. First up, the PlayStation 5 event. Wait, I'm not sure I can call it an event considering it was a pre-recorded video, but an event it was for me. They announced a slew of titles ranging from Resident Evil Village, the 8th installment in the franchise, which looks freaky as hell, and a welcome break from Raccoon City after Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, and an even more realistic Gran Turismo 7, Sackboy from Little Big Planet on his own big adventure, Returnal, which looks mind-numbing in concept, a sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, which looks even more gorgeous and bigger, and GTA 5, which is probably the first game to spawn across 3 generations of consoles, from PS3 to PS4 to PS5, and it clearly has a lot of fan divided because they were hoping for a 6 and not further milking the same game, which has been quite the cash cow for Rockstar Games. Not to forget a new Ratchet and Clank game, Rift Apart, which really shows the prowess of the PS5's graphical abilities as the titular characters switch between dimensions rapidly with a major change in environmental assets without any loading screens, which further ups the claims about the PS5's one-of-its-kind rapid fast SSD. They revealed the PS5 and goddamn, it looks straight out of the future with its design, but I cannot help but laugh at all those Wi-Fi router jokes and the memes straight out of Bollywood. I for one, am a fan of the design, but I'm not sure how well the white will fare in our beautiful Indian dusty environments. I'll probably wait for a special game edition to launch and pick up that one, you never know. And now, Spider-Man. One of the first game trailers showed at the PS5 event was Spider-Man Miles Morales, which had me in a dizzy considering the first game had me locked and loaded for a very long time. This update though has had a roller coaster of its own, with Simon Rutter, EVP Head of European Business at Sony Interactive Entertainment, saying, I guess you could call it an expansion and an enhancement to the previous game. And fans felt like a major kick in the gut as it sounded like a remaster of the previous game with a new add-on. But that was soon put to rest with an update from Insomnia Games that later confirmed that it is indeed a stand-alone game, just not as big as the previous one, and is more in the lines of what Uncharted Lost Legacy did for the Uncharted series. And talking about Miles Morales brings me to the Oscar-winning Into the Spider-Verse animated film, which focused on Miles Morales' origin story with the help of a whole bunch of other Spider-Men and women. The sequel for the movie has officially gone into main production with this tweet from Nick Kondo, who's the lead animator in the film and is scheduled to release on October 7, 2022. Yeah. Did I mention there are rumors galore of Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield making cameos in the movie as their respective versions of Spider-Man? God damn it, be true, please be true, please be true. Talking about being true, here is a man who's too good to be true. The immortal Keanu Reeves' trailer for Bill and Ted Face the Music dropped earlier this week, to me going totally bonkers.
Bill, we've spent our whole life trying to write the song that will unite the world. Why can't we just go to the future when we have written it?
Whoa! Take it from ourselves!
But But isn't that stealing?
How is that stealing if we're stealing it from ourselves, dude?
For those who have no idea who or what Bill and Ted are, let me fill you in. It is a story which started with a bunch of two music-loving, no good at studies friends who got the power to time travel via a telephone booth so they could complete the history project and bring Napoleon, Socrates, Beethoven, Abraham Lincoln, Freud and many more icons into the present day just so they could pass the history test and save the world. Sounds absurd? Well, it isn't. In fact, it's excellent! And the sequel was The Bogus Journey, which told us to party on, dudes, with death.
No way!
Yes way.
And now there's a threequel, yes, that's what they call it. The plots are absolute no-brainers and a prison riot at the same time. How they hold up in 2020 is something we will find out in August. From the no-brainer Ted Theodore Logan to another savior of humanity, Keanu Reeves is all set to come back as Neo in the fourth installment of Matrix, which is a surprise because the trilogy summed up the events in the Matrix pretty well. But with Carrie and Moss and Keanu Reeves returning, stating that the script is beautiful and it really resonates with them, it has my hopes high. Not only that, joining them this time is Priyanka Chopra as well, along with Neil Patrick Harris from How I Met Your Mother, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, who played a very important role in the new Watchmen TV show, Jessica Henwick from Iron Fist, and Jonathan Groff from Mindhunter. Seems like a stellar cast, and a lot of them are graduating from iconic TV roles that I already love to big budget blockbuster movie, which also I'm a diehard fan of. So, I can absolutely not wait to see where this is headed. And finally, OTT releases for this week. Gulabo Sitabo came out on Amazon Prime, starring an impressive ensemble of Amitabh Bachchan, Vijay Raj, Ayushmann Khurrana and many other talented actors.
सरकारी हैं, आर्कोलॉजी।
हवेली हमने बेच दी है।
बेच रहे हो? बेच ही नहीं सकते।
हवेली हमारी, जमीन हमारी, मर्जी हमारी, कैसे नहीं बेच सकते?
लेकिन परमिशन हमारा लगेगा। अब मजा आएगा।
However, that is all this movie is, an acting showcase with no real plot, and it feels excessively long compared to its actual runtime of about 2 hours. You can easily give this a miss and instead watch Dora and the Lost City of Gold, which also came out on Amazon Prime this week. Netflix released Home Stories on YouTube, which was entirely conceptualized and shot in the lockdown at their respective actors' homes and surroundings over video calls, and it was a sweet treat to watch.
What's up guys? What's up friends?
कैमरा रोलिंग। वेलकम बैक टू स्माइल डिलीवरी व्लॉग्स। मेरा नाम है प्रकाश और मैं हूं आपका स्माइल डिलीवरी एग्जीक्यूटिव।
हसमत, one night stand से 3 weeks stand off हो गया।
He doesn't think I like him.
I hope she doesn't think I like her.
अरे जिया, I told you बेटा, this is not going to work.
Maybe just what the doctor prescribed to keep those quarantine blues away for a truly short runtime of 47 minutes. Do give it a watch because it is basically free to watch on YouTube and is pretty neat. And not all things are hale and hearty. I am deeply saddened to receive the news of Sushant Singh Rajput's untimely demise, and I hope he finds peace wherever he is. That is all from me this week. This is Xerxes signing out from Geekout Weekly. Please stay safe and take care of yourselves.